What's up, guys? This is Storm, and I'm back to bring you another gaming news. It's been a little bit while since I did one of these. Decided to take a small little break, but we got a couple of interesting news that came out. So without further ado, let's get on with it. With a big unexpected announcement, PlayStation has announced a state of play for today at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. In their PlayStation blog, they said the state of play will be updates for PS5 games that are coming, and the stream should be 40 plus minutes long. So when that happened, you could guess a lot of speculations what we could possibly see. Some believe probably Square Enix gonna make an appearance showcasing Kingdom Hearts 4. Some people say we're probably gonna get that rumored God of War prequel game that focused on a young Kratos before he became the God of War. Or some people are hopefully thinking that we're finally gonna get an updated look for Marvel Wolverine. Me personally, I'm gonna keep my expectations in check, just how everyone should be, so you don't go in there too excited and just to end up disappointed. One thing I do believe that we'll probably see is that Sura's gameplay from Idol's House Marquee that they said they were going to show off this year since their game is coming out in 2026. But they did say they were going to show more stuff about it this year, and one of them was the gameplay. So, them doing the state of play is a possibility that we might get gameplay for Suros, which I'm really excited for because I did like the game Returnal. Even though it's not my type of game I would play, I did enjoy the gameplay of it, and the story was pretty interesting. The developers behind Splitegate 2 have put up a content roadmap that will be coming to the game. May 22nd was the start of the open beta with the 9 new maps, 3 modes, the lab map creator, beta battle pass, and a new power weapon. But in summer 2025, they will have a monthly map release, reskins, changes, and more massive new modes, in-game events with earnable rewards, weekly playlist updates, new power weapon, map creator competitions, and finally beyond. More weapons, more maps, more modes, more events, more skins. That'll be coming at a later point in time. The developers behind Splitgate is really going all out with the content. I haven't played the open beta of Splitgate 2 right now, but I did play the alpha when it first came out, and I did play Splitgate 1, and it was truly a fun game. So when I played the alpha, it is definitely a overall new game. Like, honestly, if you would said if this was a different name other than Splitgate, then it truly feels like a totally different game. It's really hard to explain it. It's like Splitgate 1 feels like Splitgate 1 feel like the beta just to see if fans or gamers will mess with it. Then they made Splitgate 2 and was like, this is the game that we really wanted to make, which I'm truly excited for. I am gonna hop on when the game gets out of the beta phase because I truly want to dive on it. Probably get some friends on it, and can't wait to see what more content that they have coming because Splitgate 1 was really good. It was sad that they shut it down, which I can't remember what was the reason. I'm happy they came back and doing a complete overhaul, trying to make this the best free to play multiplayer shooter that's out right now, which I'm truly happy about. The studio behind the game Stellar Blade Shift Up had put out basically a timetable of future projects that they got going on. They have their mobile game Nike with user acquisition intention, new market entry, and platform strategy. But the thing that got people mostly excited from this is that Stelblade is getting a platform expansion, which some people think is gonna go to the Xbox version because on June 11th, that is coming out on PC, which we don't know for sure what could that means. We just gotta wait and see. And they are planning a sequel for Stellar Blade, which have a lot of people excited because Stellar Blade is a really fun game. So the fact they're gonna put out a sequel to it, shoot, let's get it. But another thing that caught people surprised is a new project they got going on called Project Witches, which by the time of me recording this, they actually changed the name to something else, but I can't remember what it was from the top of my head. So unfortunately, but yeah, they got another game working behind the scenes, and supposedly this all gonna come out sometime either before or in 2027. So I am kind of curious how it's going to turn out in the end. I am truly excited. Shift Up have done an amazing job with comes to Stellar Blade. I think when it comes out on the PC, it's going to get even better because we already know what the PC community is going to do once that game comes out, and be prepared what pops up on social media. That's all I'm going to say. Jeff Keighley have tweeted out Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 will be released on PlayStation 5 this summer. And at this point, are we truly surprised that this is happening, especially how Microsoft been moving? To be honest, I don't see the point even reporting it at this point because it seems like every single game that they put out is potentially going to come out on the PS5. It may not, it's probably not going to be day one, but it's slowly starting to get to that point. We have like a couple of games that came out that's coming out day one on the PS5. Like we had Doom. We had the Doom game that came out day one on the PS5. Getting the Gears of War remastered. I believe. What other game that came out day one on an X that was coming on Xbox, but it came to PlayStation? There's a couple of games, but those were the biggest ones that people talked about. Like, shoot, even when Microsoft finally announced the release date for Indiana Jones, at that same time, the announcement for it coming to the PS5 was announced at the exact same event, which is hella crazy because that literally just took the enjoyment out of it, to be honest. Even though PS5 users was gonna get the PS5 version was gonna come out later, Microsoft potentially lost some customers that probably would have gotten at least the Xbox Series S or gotten Game Pass to try out Indiana Jones. But since they did that, they basically said like, no, I'm just gonna wait till the PS5 version comes out. Which, in my opinion, is like, what are you doing? But at this point, I don't think Microsoft even care about the consoles. Like, they're making money putting it on other platforms, so they already know their fans good. Not they already know their fans are not gonna leave the ecosystem because then they're gonna lose their Game Pass, and they're literally just trapped there. So no matter what, they're always gonna be there. Future customers, nah, they already chose their spot that they're gonna be at. They're either gonna be at PlayStation waiting for the Xbox games to drop, or Nintendo when they eventually go over there too. So, um, Microsoft is having their, I believe they're having some type of event coming up after Summer Game Fest. So I guess we'll see what happens during that event. Will there be more games that they have that's gonna be coming out day one the PlayStation? Because I know they have a couple of games that don't have a release date yet, like uh, Perfect Dark, Gear. I believe they're up to what, Gear 6. That could potentially be shown. That the next Halo game, or will they announce the Halo Master Chief Collection from the PS5? Who knows what Microsoft would announce at this point? Like, me personally, I kind of see, if there was any game that was coming on Xbox, I would love to have on PlayStation 5, and that'd be the Blade game, honestly. Like, Gears of War, never played it, but I am definitely gonna try when the remaster drop. And Halo is Halo. I played it before. It was fun for what I played. What I play, if they give me the whole collection, I'll definitely go through it on the PS5. But the one I mostly want that's coming on Xbox is the Blade game. I need to see how that game looks, because we haven't had a good track record when it comes to the superhero games, and we're going to talk more about that later in this video. PlayStation has announced that they're shutting down the PlayStation Stars program. This comes at a random surprise. In their blog post, they said they're no longer accepting new members starting today. Current members can still earn digital collectibles, points, and level up their status until July 23rd, 2025. The program will fully end on November 2nd, 2026. Points can still be redeemed until November 2nd, 2026. But they did say they will come back with a brand new program at some point later in time. In my opinion, it doesn't really make much sense to me. All they had to do was just improve the PlayStation Stars program. I don't see the point of them needing to shut it down, in my opinion. Like, I guess they want to rework it for a future program that people who buy their games physical could get something out of it, because the PlayStation Plus program only works if you are if you buy your stuff digital. So physical people who buy their game physical don't really get much out of the PlayStation Store program. So maybe they want to rework it that it could work for physical users, but who's to say how it's gonna turn out? Like, I who most of his games are bought digital, I don't really see the point. I don't really use the PlayStation Store program like that. Like, especially nowadays, how games are coming out and stuff. I be selective on what games I purchase, so I'm basically not really utilizing the full PlayStation Stars program. But I do like how you could trade in a couple of points to get like $5 or $20 off of games, which do come in clutch. I'm not even gonna lie. So hopefully the future new program, whatever they come up with, will have that, honestly, because you get points or buying stuff from the PlayStation Store. So PlayStation is getting money from the program you make on the store, and you could use the points that you created to get some good deals, and PlayStation will still make money depending even though you got the game on a discount. So, I guess we'll just wait and see how it looks. Days of Play have returned with PlayStation announcing the games for June PlayStation Plus. For this month, you get NBA 2K25, Alone in the Dark, Button Rush Cyberpunk, and Destiny 2 The Final Shape expansion. With Days of Play, you'll also get a lot of discount prices of Sony products, from their controllers to their console. Let's see what they have in store for us. For the PlayStation Blog, Days of Play start from May 28th to June 11th in select regions. The deals directly from PlayStation or participating retailers. For the deals for the console, in the United States and Canada, PlayStation 5 console, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 bundle, digital and standard, will be available starting at $400, which is $510 in Canadian dollars. Save up to $120 compared to buying separately. In select regions such as Europe and Asia, a PlayStation 5 console, digital and standard, will be promotion starting at 400, basically 400 in their currency, or 65,980 yen. Also, it'll be a $50 off the PlayStation 5 Pro, which is nice if you was not really feeling the 700. And I believe they probably do have some trade-in value, so you could probably get that for a really good, decent price if you're willing to trade in your old PS5 for a Pro with the plus $50 discount. Yeah, you could probably get it for a good price. For the accessories for the PS5, you get $50 off the PlayStation VR 2 and the PS VR 2 Horizon Call the Mountain bundle. You get $30 off the Pulse Explorer wireless earbuds, $30 off of the DualSense Edge wireless controller, $20 off the Access controller, and $20 off the DualSense wireless controller. Various discounts on PlayStation games, including Astrobot, MLB The Show 25, Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, and LEGO Horizon Adventures. So if you're somebody that was in the market that would want to get PS5 but you didn't want to get it, and you were worried about the tariffs affecting the price of the consoles, I say there's no better time for you to get a PS5 right now. Especially you could get one for $400, which is cheap on the market compared to the other competitors. Yeah. And if you want to get a Pro, you get it for $50 off. And I believe GameStop and other places have trade-in value, so you can even get it for a cheaper price if you're willing to trade in your old PS5 console. And that's not all. PlayStation Plus users, you get 30% off to subscribe for a PlayStation Plus membership. The Days of Play save on a new and upgrade PlayStation Plus membership. Players who join PlayStation Plus during the year celebration can save up to 33% on select 12-month membership. For players who are currently a PlayStation Plus Essential or Extra member, save 30% on the remainder of your membership when you're upgrading to PlayStation Plus Premium/Deluxe. So you got deals going all around. So for PlayStation Plus members, consoles users who still on the fence again, a PS5 console, and also if you're looking to get a new accessory. For me, I've been checking out the earbuds for the PlayStation Plus, so I could kill two birds with one stone with those. Have an earbuds to use on my mobile device and for my gaming. So that's a deal for me. CD Projekt Red has announced that a sequel to CyberPunk has entered pre-production phase. So we're getting a sequel to their Cyberpunk universe, and it's in the pre-production phase. I am kind of curious how this gonna play out. Hopefully this game does not have a bad launch compared to the first game, but I'm optimistic. I'm curious how it's gonna turn out. So if I were to have to guess with the possibility of this being released, I would probably say I would feel this game could be like a next gen game. Honestly, like at most in pre-production, I would say probably like 2028, 2029 release, because even though this game is in the pre-production phase, I'm assuming CD Projekt Red is like all hands on deck for the Witcher 4. So that is a strong possibility when we'll get Cyberpunk 2. Since I believe CD Projekt Red is big enough to have more than one team to focus on more than one game. So if I would have to guess on their game launching, I would say Witcher 4, most likely sometime next year, probably late next year. And Cyberpunk 2, I say the earliest 2028, the latest the beginning of 2029. That will be my prediction when these games will launch. Yesterday, CD Projekt Red had an Unreal Engine presentation showcasing the vast upgrade that Unreal Engine 5 went through and showcasing what will Unreal Engine 5 do for The Witcher 4 and what features that will be included in The Witcher 4 that they couldn't do in the previous Witcher games. And to my surprise, during the presentation, they said that the showcase of The Witcher 4 that they had was running on the standard PS5. Not the PS5 Pro, just the standard base PS5. And how the world looks, it looked fantastic. I saw people were saying they said it was running at 60 FPS, but I'm not 100% sure they meant it like that. In my opinion, I think they meant they were going to be targeting 60 FPS. But of course, we just gotta wait and see. And the fact it has the full ray tracing and stuff, the lighting, the environments, it just looked immaculate. I managed to snag 2 pictures that showcase Ciri, who's gonna be the main protagonist for The Witcher 4, and this is how she looked. Here you see Ciri face with the new engine that they're using with the Unreal Engine 5. They're not using their older engine that they used for the old Witcher games. The other image you see Ciri with her horse Kelpie and the environment definitely look good and stuff. But I'm just gonna say this for the record. The game may look amazing, but I'll say this. CD Projekt Red have tricked us before with this kind of stuff that they did when it came to Cyberpunk. So I'm not gonna believe this until we get the game in our actual hands. And I'm just gonna leave it as that. I'm gonna wait to see how it actually is when the game releases. If it's exactly what we all expect it to be, then I would give them their credit. Until now, I'm just gonna wait and see. But it does look good. And I'm gonna it does look good. My only hope with the Unreal Engine 5 when it comes to open world games, that it has a solid frame rate. That's the only thing I could truly ask for. If they have a solid frame rate and they keep all the bells and whistles that like the game look like fantastic. Um, no stutters, no screen tears, none of that jazz, and we get like a good, beautiful image and a solid 60 FPS. Then shit, like they won. A lot of people is gonna buy it regardless, but I think I would definitely give CD Projekt a lot of credit if they could pull it off. But like I said, we just gotta wait and see. We got our first look of a brand new 007 game that's going to be revealed sometime this week, which I believe it was said to be shown off at the Summer Games Fest, or I think the studio who made the Hitman game having their own event. If I recall, I believe they put out a thing that said June 10th they were gonna show it off. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna be getting a new Hitman game and the reveal of a new 007 game. I didn't really grow up with 007 when it comes to like movie and stuff, but me and my family truly love playing the GoldenEye game for the GameCube. Oh my god, those split screen nights be funny. And hopefully this is a third person game. Honestly, it's a spy game, so I could imagine like you're sneaking around, all that jazz. So uh no doubt about that, but I just really want a I just like third person game more. Like I'm hoping it's third person, honestly, because I know first person more for the immersion. Like basically, you're looking through your it's through your eyes of an assassin and stuff. But I just don't like first person view for games like that. It just my preferred playstyle. Like, yeah, of course you got your first person shooters and so that's all fine and stuff. But if it's not a shooter, I prefer third person. That's why I didn't really play Cyberpunk, because I don't like first person view. And a game like that you could customize how you look is weird that it's first person. But like, who am I to say? I'm not a game developer. Of course, they mostly had their reasons why they did it. It just me looking at it, it just didn't make sense to me. But that's just my opinion. So I'm definitely gonna be checking out the reveal event for it. Just want to see what can we expect from it. So. Alright, we're gonna close off this video with this news. IGN has said EA canceled Black Panther game and closes the Cliffhanger Studios. In a statement, in an email sent to staff from EA Entertainment, President Laura Mealy said that these changes, alongside other recent cancellations and layoffs, are being done to sharpen our focus and put our creative energy behind the most significant growth and opportunities. When this news came out, everybody was hella pissed. Like everybody was blaming EA, me included, and stuff. Like it just came out of nowhere, because Summer Game Fest was coming up. We were all expecting, oh, would this be the day we finally get an update to the Black Panther game and stuff? And just to find out that the game is canceled and the studio got closed down, which is hella crazy, because they literally opened them up like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't even think they put out a game yet, which is like hella crazy that they did this. So a lot of people was upset, me included, about the cancellation of a Black Panther game, which was gonna be third person, and the story was gonna be you play as an original character that you go through the trials of becoming the next Black Panther. Right? That was the original pitch that we all heard for the game. But then a couple of days later, after when this news came out, some new information came out behind the reason for the cancellation and the studio shutdown. It turns out the game was in pre-production for 4 years. A new system inspired by the Nemesis system had been built for the game. Playable characters including T'Challa, Killmonger, and Shuri, all fighting for the Black Panther mantle. The main villains were Skrulls invading Wakanda. Alright, we're gonna tackle this bit by bit. Alright, so the original pitch that we all heard for this game definitely changed now, because before we wasn't been able to play as Killmonger, Shuri, or T'Challa. We were supposed to play an original character. Basically, you make up your own character, how it was sounding and stuff. But now they decide to make it that you play as a traditional Marvel character from the Wakanda universe, which is not out of the ordinary, which is pretty norm. Skrulls was gonna be the main villains, which we never knew who what the main villain was, which a lot of people assumed it was gonna be Claw, a Lucy Claw. But the game was in pre-production for 4 years. I looked up how long does it take for a game to be in pre-production, and the information I saw, at most a game will be in pre-production for the most is a year. Usually it would be a couple of months, because pre-production you're planning out like how the game is gonna play, what's the story and all that. Basically just you're writing out how the game is gonna be. Then when you're done with the pre-production phase, the development begins. So they were in pre-production for this game for 4 years, which sounds like they didn't even got started on the game, because I've been following their social media account, and their social media account showed that the only post that they made was when the game got announced. They haven't done anything else after. No posts of anything, nothing to get the fans hype again. And it's like, it sounded like they were wasting EA money with this, which a lot of people would believe will be a justification for shutting down the studio, because you're wasting EA money and you're wasting Disney time with this. So it kind of sounded like they were in pre-production game and they never gave EA any updates on how progress for the game was, because usually EA would give them like a lot of time and stuff, which is hella crazy, because the Iron Man game was the first game that they announced that was being made, and that's still being worked on. So, I guess that's the only good thing out of this. But, what do you guys think? Are you guys disappointed that EA canceled the Black Panther game? Me, I'm definitely disappointed. Are you looking forward to what Sony has for their state of play? And are you excited for what CD Projekt Red showed off for The Witcher 4? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I am going to do a reaction video for the state of play, so keep a lookout for that. So with that being said, this is Storm, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and peace out.